What's up guys, Rockshop here with a different kind of video. We're going to be talking more real life football. I'm going to be doing some Premier League predictions for each week, so this is going to be kind of a series going throughout the whole season, and I'm going to be showing you guys my fantasy Premier League team for each week. And I also want to see your guys' fantasy teams, so you can either link them in the comments or hit us up on Twitter at RockshopHD. I want to see your fantasy teams. I want to see it. Maybe we should start like a league. If we have enough views on this video, maybe we could potentially start a league and play against each other or whatever. But let's get right into game week 1 predictions. Alright, first game we have Man U versus Tottenham. Man U losing Robin Van Persie and Di Maria, but I still think they have a better team than Tottenham, so I'm going to give it to Man U. Up next we have Bournemouth versus Aston Villa. This is, I think it's going to be like a bottom of the table clash. Aston Villa not being a very strong team, and Bournemouth obviously being promoted, but I think I'm going to have to give it to Aston Villa. Alright, up next is Everton versus Watford. Everton having one of my favorite strikers in Lukaku. I'm Belgian, I support Belgium, and Lukaku is just a tank, so I hope he puts on, and I'm going to have to give it to Everton. Next we have Leicester versus Sunderland. I was debating this one. I kind of want to go with an upset with Leicester. So you know what? I'm going to do that. Leicester City is going to take the win over Sunderland. Next, we have Norwich versus Crystal Palace. Norwich just getting promoted this year, but Crystal Palace they're coming up with a good team with the likes of Balassi. They added in Kabaye. I think they're going to do decent this year, so I'm going to give it to Crystal Palace. All right, up next is a no-brainer, really. Chelsea versus Swansea. That's 100% Chelsea all the way. I don't see them losing the title this year, really. Arsenal might be giving them a run for their money, and Man City always does. But Chelsea's team is just so good. I just don't see them losing this game against Swansea. Chelsea. All right, next we have Arsenal versus West Ham. Like I was just saying, Arsenal has a really good team, and they're coming up. They're a very strong side. West Ham also being a very good team. They're coming up. I think they're going to finish top 8 this year, around there, with the likes of adding Payet. They have good strikers with Zarate, Enner Valencia. I think they could do really well this season. But I'm going to have to give it to Arsenal, just a stronger squad and all-around better team. Arsenal. Next we have Newcastle versus Southampton. Newcastle coming off a pretty crappy year last year. So I'm just going to give this one straight up to Southampton. Southampton for the W. Next we have Stoke City versus Liverpool. You got to give it to Liverpool. Liverpool being one of the top 5 teams most years. They just added Christian Benteke, another one of my favorite strikers, being because he's Belgian. And I think he can do really well for Liverpool. If they can match up with Sturridge, Sturridge stays healthy, those two could be a dynamite duo in the attacking area for Liverpool. So I'm going to give this win to Liverpool. And final game, we have West Brom versus my favorite team, who I support, Man City. Man City all the way. You got to take them, especially against West Brom. Easy win. Man City. Alright, now let's check out my Premier League fantasy team for Game Week 1. Alright guys, my fantasy Premier League team for Game Week 1, as you can see on screen now. In goal, we have Joe Hart. At defense, Nathaniel Klein, Phil Jagielka, Fonte, and Lauren Koscielny. In the midfield, I went with the youngster James Ward-Prowse, who I think has great potential. He could do really good things. Then we have my favorite player in the world, Eden Hazard, and then David Silva, and Jedinak. And then up front, the 2 Belgian beasts, Romelu Lukaku and Christian Benteke. On our bench, our backup goalie is Thibaut Courtois. I might play him over Hart. I still have to make my decision. But Joe Hart's playing West Brom. Courtois is playing Swansea, so it's kind of like the same deal. But me being a Man City, like it's hard for me because Man City supporter Joe Hart, Belgium supporter Thibaut Courtois. So I took my favorite goalies this week. I still have to do a little jingling up in the head. Maybe you guys can help me out. Who should I start? Joe Hart or Thibaut Courtois? Alright, backup striker, substitute striker is Diafra Sakho. I think he's going to be really good for West Ham this year. I know I forgot to talk about him when I talked about the predictions. I only brought up Zarate and Valencia. I think Valencia's hurt, so Sakho's going to be taking his place for a little bit. And he's done really well for the games that he's played in, so Diafra Sakho was my choice. Then we got backup center back in Vincent Kompany. My favorite center back in the world is just, okay, I'm just going off of who I support, and that's a double right there. That's a Belgian and a Man City boy. so I love him. And then we have Nemanja Matic, a stud center defensive mid for Chelsea, but I don't think he fits in over any of the starters that I have right now. Unless, like, let me know if, like, one of my guys, if I fucked up something. But right now, that is my starting 11. All right, guys, that's the first video, Fantasy League and Premier League predictions. If you guys like the video, please drop a like. It's much appreciated. If you're new here and you're enjoying the content, please subscribe. In the comments, let me know what you guys think about the series. Should I keep doing it? Do you guys, is it not interesting? I just thought I would give my 2 cents on Premier League and show you guys what I'm doing for fantasy. And I would like to see what you guys are doing for fantasy. So either tweet us, our Twitter will be in the description. Tweet us, comment the link in the comment section, anything. But I'll see you guys next time. See you.